Again, I'm just messing around here, but a quick hit appetizer is something like I learned this morning. Humility coming from a teacher. There are teachers who teach based on what they know to be true. They're knowers. And then there are communicators who speak based on what they're knowing to be true. Humility comes, I believe, when you are in the process of knowing, and me realizing that I have to have an avenue of teaching in order for me to continue my knowing, because I want to be a knowing, no, not a knower. I don't want there to be this accuracy that I am dead set and solid. I know my body every morning when I get up is going to be different. Every time I train someone, I'm training a different person every time they show up. So the same thing is going to be true intellectually. What may be truth for me today could be evolving and different tomorrow, not because the truth is changing, but because I am changing. So when someone comes and says, I know this to be true, um, have you arrived to that level? I think humility causes us to need to be open. There are people who have stopped learning, and there are people who can't. And I want to be one of those people who can't. But the problem is recently is I've not had a whole lot of transfer portals. I've not had a whole lot of opportunities to extend myself um, verbally, uh, and that's a part of my function, I think. So I'm just testing this stuff out just to see, uh, because I know the flow of information and these little bites is going to help me, even if no one watches, even if no one hears, even if no one sees. There's still a platform that seems to be one of a transfer of truth, uh, as I perceive it today. Um, I will work out tomorrow, and I'll have a different body than I worked out with last week, because my body is changing, and my mind is changing, my intellect is changing. So once again, just the appetizer for a little bit of an intellectual meal is that you have an understanding that are you a someone who knows or someone who's knowing. I think it's interesting that the divine refers to himself as all knowing. So he's always in a process of knowing, because how can infinity be arrived at? You can't arrive at infinity. You can only experience it. And I don't believe truth is something that we arrive at. I think truth is something that we need to experience constantly as we move forward. That's cool. I like that. Okay. End stream.